know, Bryce Mann, the very vocal one of the twins. I will get lectured if I don't wear this. Devotions tonight, as I'm reading them, you may find them like, what? Why? But it is purposeful. It is from the prophet Nehemiah, chapter 9, beginning at the 22nd verse. So historically, it's always important to know where we're at when we're reading Scripture. And what has happened here now is, so in 586 BC, the Babylonians came in and destroyed Jerusalem and the temple. The city and the temple was destroyed. In 536 BC, Cyrus the Persian issues the Edict of Restoration. He sends a remnant of the Jewish people from the southern kingdom. He sends them back to Jerusalem. Ezra leads in law reform. Nehemiah leads in the reconstruction of the temple and of Jerusalem. But there's a piece here that is setting the stage. So this is the words that you will hear were written and spoken to the people probably in the neighborhood of 2,530 years ago. But when you hear them, when I read them today as part of the one-year Bible reading, it was like, oh my goodness. To me, it sounded like August 15th, 2023. See if you hear the same thing I heard. Beginning at the 22nd verse. You gave them kingdoms and nations, allotting to them even the remotest frontiers. They took over the country of Sihon, king of Heshbon, and the country of Og, king of Bashan. You made their sons as numerous as the stars in the sky, and you brought them into the land that you told their fathers to enter and possess. Their sons went in and took possession of the land. You subdued before them the Canaanites who lived in the land. You handed the Canaanites over to them, along with their kings and the peoples of the land, to deal with them as they pleased. They captured fortified cities and fertile land. They took possession of houses filled with all kinds of good things, wells already dug, vineyards, olive groves, and fruit trees in abundance. They ate to the full and were well nourished. They reveled in your great goodness. But they were disobedient and rebelled against you. They put your law behind their backs. They killed your prophets who had admonished them in order to turn them back to you. They committed awful blasphemies. So you handed them over to their enemies who oppressed them. But when they were oppressed, they cried out to you. From heaven you heard them, and in your great compassion you gave them deliverers who rescued them from the hand of their enemies. But as soon as they were at rest, they again did what was evil in your sight. Then you abandoned them to the hand of their enemies so that they ruled over them. And when they cried out to you again, you heard from heaven, and in your compassion you delivered them time after time. You warned them to return to your law, but they became arrogant and disobeyed your commands.